Hey everybody. Hope you're well. I'm going to be doing a very informal little instructional YouTube video today. It was one of my sort of New Year's resolutions to make some more YouTube videos. And I'm trying to start small, just like do something real informal, just get it done and get it up online for you guys to check out. I just want to talk about some cool stuff, some cool, music stuff, guitar stuff, music theory stuff, composition stuff, things that I'm into. I'm going to try to keep it exciting, so I'm going to try not to dumb it down too much. So this is something that's for a more advanced player. So I'm going to get right into it. It has to do with, the starting point is using harmonic minor modes over chords in a jazz tune. So you guys know, probably, if you're watching this, you may know what the harmonic minor scale is. So the harmonic minor scale has modes just like any other 7-note scale does, and in each one of those modes you get a chord structure that goes along with that mode. So the first one for the first mode is it's a minor chord with a major 7 and a flatted 6 is in there. You don't have to use the flat 6, but it works over minor chords, particularly minor major 7. But you know, if the chord's not a minor major 7 chord, you can fudge it a little bit to use that scale. Next one is it's a half diminished mode. It's a mode that works over a half diminished chord, and it's got a major 6th as opposed to a flatted 6. The next one is you could say a major mode, but it's a major mode that has a root, a second, a third, a fourth natural, and a sharp 5th. So it skips over the natural 5th, and it has a natural 6 and a major 7. And then the next one, my personal favorite, the fourth mode works over minor 7 chords, and it has a sharp 4. So things start getting interesting with this. This actually doubles. Many of you know, if you know me and you're watching this, you know that I play a lot of Middle Eastern music on the oud, and they use this. Middle Easterners use this in their music. It's a scale called Nikriz. Okay. Fifth mode works over a dominant with a flat 9. In different kinds of Middle Eastern and North African music, they call that Hijaz. Sixth mode, another one of my personal favorites. It gives you a chord with a major 7 chord with a sharp 11 and a sharp 9. And the 7th mode works over diminished chords. As well as you can kind of get creative, and you can use it over a dominant chord with the same root as well. It's got a flatted 2nd, a root, a flatted 2nd, a flatted 3rd, a major 3rd, a flatted 5th, a flatted 6th, a major 6th as well, or a double flat 7, and a root. Which is why I say you can fudge it to use over a dominant, like an altered dominant chord with the same root because it has that major third in it. Or a diminished chord. And I like to do this a lot. I like to, as a guitar player, I can't play like a chord in my left hand and then a line in my right hand like a piano player. So I have to play a chord and sort of, maybe I hold the first note, like the root, and play notes like that if I can, or I just kind of hit the chord and then play stuff to hear how it sounds over a chord. Okay, so those are the modes. Now, using them over a tune. So this comes from my teacher, and I have to be fully honest and respectful. This comes from one of my biggest guitar heroes and one of my biggest influences on my guitar playing, Mick Goodrick. The great Mick Goodrick taught me at Berklee College of Music. An absolute genius of the guitar, has contributed probably more to the world of guitar playing and jazz guitar than maybe anyone else. Okay, so he gave me this assignment to do this over All the Things You Are, to compose a solo using harmonic minor modes over a tune like All the Things You Are. And, you know, I did okay. But I've been thinking about it a lot since, and I've gotten a lot better at it. At the time, I was kind of like, that's a weird idea. That's one of those ideas that seems just like you're just doing it to do it. But actually, it comes up with some super interesting sounds. And so, let's check it out. Let's go All the Things You Are. So the first chord, F minor 7. So you can certainly use that Dorian sharp 4, that fourth mode harmonic minor. Doesn't matter that it's the 6th chord of the tune. You're in the key of A flat and you're on an F minor, that's the 6. Doesn't matter, use the Dorian. You can also use the harmonic minor. You can use them in conjunction with each other, watch. Okay, and I'll check out the chords that you get from that mode. So for example, F minor, F minor chord, or an F minor 7 chord, with a natural 5th and a sharp 5th. Changing to a F with a minor major 7. The first one comes from the 4th mode. The second one comes from the first mode. I bet you would have never thought to play a minor major 7 chord with a flatted 6 and a natural 5th to a minor 7 chord with a flatted 5th and a natural 5th. Okay, moving on to the next chord. It's a minor 7 again. You can do the same thing. Third chord, the E flat, I'm going to use the 5th mode. I could also use that 7th mode, like I mentioned. The one that doubles as a diminished. And then the A flat chord, the 4th chord of the song, I'm going to use the 6th mode, which is the major 7 with a sharp 9. You also have the option of using the 3rd mode, which is a major scale with a sharp 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, sharp 5, natural 6. Watch, I'll use them back to back. Back to back, I'll kind of mix them up. So, I'm just gonna do a slow improvisation over those first couple bars using this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now I'm going to continue. D flat major 7. I'm going to use that sharp 9 one. It's my favorite. D minor 7, sharp 4. It's my favorite. Minor, Dorian sharp 4, 4th mode. G7. I'll use the 5th mode. Why not? C major 7, I'll use the 3rd mode. Okay, I'll do it again all the way through all those chords, okay, from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4th mode. 4th mode. 5th mode. 6th mode. 6th mode. 4th mode. 5th mode. 3rd mode. Resolving to the 6th mode. Got extra time on that C chord, so might as well use it. So these are just some examples. You can get really creative with this stuff. You can play outside the chords using the harmonic minor modes. I even have an extended technique that I've come up with this, which builds on this using, remember how I mentioned Hijaz, which is the 5th mode. Well, there's also a scale in Middle Eastern music called Hijaz Kar, which has the raised, which is the 5th mode harmonic minor with a raised 7th. And I came up with an exercise using Hijaz Kar modes over every chord and finding the chords that they come up with. That's for another day. But so this has been Mick Goodrick's harmonic minor modes concept over all the things you are. All right, guys, take it easy. Thanks for watching.